Good morning. It is now Saturday and I'm off to my very first day of on-the-job training. So far we've only had theoretical training on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the past 3 days. Wednesday was traditions, which is where you learn about the Disney company, the history, the values of the company, the values behind their customer service, what stands behind everything they do for their guests here in the parks. So some rather high-level topics. On Thursday it was a bit more hands-on, or rather a bit more actionable, because it was more about what to actually do when certain things are happening and how do you do this and how do you do that. So a little bit more of what we are actually going to encounter in our daily work. Lots and lots about safety, some mandatory safety videos that as cast members, as employees of the Walt Disney Company, we have to watch. And on Friday it was a walk through Epcot, which is going to be our home park. We were rather exploring the worlds that are in front of the park though. So World Celebration, World Nature and World Discovery. We did not look so much at the World Showcase. We took a little boat tour around World Showcase Lagoon and looked at every pavilion, but we didn't walk through the whole thing. It was relatively short. I think the tour was 2 hours and the whole thing was 4 hours. And we got our shoes, and today is going to be the first proper day of training, which means I'm going to meet my trainers, which are my peers, people who are working in the Germany pavilion as cast members, obviously who've been there longer so they can teach me stuff. And I'm going to get my costume, and I don't expect I'm going to do proper work today. I think today is the first day, is still going to be a lot of showing around, explaining things. I heard there's also some computer stuff that we'll need to do, maybe, set up accounts, log into things, look at things that we need to do online, maybe do some more training videos, stuff like that. I don't expect us to actually work on a register with a guest today, I think. So yeah, that's extremely exciting. I'm looking forward to getting my costume. I hope it fits well. I hope I don't look too terrible in it. And I'm excited to meet everybody and see what it's like behind the scenes. And then once this is done on Sunday, tomorrow, I have my first day off. So I think this is also nice to kind of have a bit of a rest, to let everything settle a little bit, because the week has been intense so far. I think you always run the risk of, whenever you're not working, you're just packing your day full of things, because you cannot allow yourself to just sit around and rest, which is something you would never do at home, of course. I think everybody has like their days where they just watch Netflix all day long, or whenever they come home they just sit down and crash down and don't do anything anymore, and on the weekends too. But here it just feels like a crime. It's like whenever I find myself sitting on my bed for more than 5 minutes, I get really nervous. But of course this is not sustainable in the long term, so we need to take care of ourselves. We need to make sure we rest as well, because the job is intense, the heat is intense, the sun is intense, the people are intense, especially for Germans. The US can be very intense and just a sensory overload of all kinds. So yeah, I really want to make sure that I soon will be able to strike the balance between work and play and rest as well. First time shopping at Walmart today. It's pretty insane. I already just got a coffee to fuel my shopping. I have about 2 hours, maybe a little bit less now, and I plan to check out every single aisle in the store. I'm not quite sure I'll manage, but I also don't need to buy a lot of things anymore, so maybe I can be fast. Hello, good morning. Greetings from Disney Springs. Today is my day off. And I say day off because in merchandise we only have one day off a week. So any day off needs to be savored to its fullest. Which means I set my alarm to 7:30, got up early. Because usually my shifts only start in the afternoon, so I can actually sleep in every day. So I don't need to spend a lot of time sleeping on my day off, so I can get up early and get some shit done. I called my family at home. I went to the gym. I cleaned my room for a little bit. It's not a big room, so it's fast to clean. And then I headed to Disney Springs, where I am now. See the Lego monster behind me. Lego store right there. I'm heading for Amorette's Patisserie for breakfast. At Amorette's, every single item in the case is a sheer work of art and priced accordingly. And if you know me at all, you know that I just couldn't walk past the cookie dough croissant, which is basically like a croissant sandwich filled with an entire scoop of cookie dough. And it is served warm. Also, can you please listen to this crunch? Definitely a recommendation for a sweet breakfast in Disney Springs. I also got an eclair because why not? And though it wasn't quite Canal Berlin quality, if you know, you know, it was a more European tasting high quality sweet treat and thus a welcome variation of the usual American over-the-top sugar rush. Now I'm gonna slowly but surely walk to the bus stop, and I am headed to Typhoon Lagoon, which is one of Disney's water parks. Disney World has 2 water parks. They're usually not open at the same time. Usually one of them is closed for refurbishment while the other one is open. Currently Blizzard Beach is closed and Typhoon Lagoon is open. And it's a Monday, so I hope it's not going to be too crowded. I hope it's not going to rain, at least not too much today. And then I'm going to have a relaxing, chill day in the water park. I'm just going to crash down in the lazy river and do 10 turns around the park, and then I'm gonna leave. Sounds like a plan. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'll see if I can show you around a little bit. Arrived, I found a spot. It's not very easy to find a spot when you don't arrive at opening of the water park, but I think I found a pretty nice spot. It's not too crowded here. The sun should come around, so I should be in the shade at some point, which would be great, but for now, anyway, I'm planning to be in the water, so this is really nice. It's not too crowded today, which is nice. It is now 6:45 and I'm leaving Typhoon Lagoon. I'm heading back to Disney Springs to get some dinner. Had a nice day here. There was a bit of a rain shower in the afternoon, which is basically happening every day here, and this was not a big one, so that's quite nice. It was just a little bit of rain, For the most part, only took like half an hour, but we had to get out of the water, of course. There's the thunderstorm warning. You, of course, cannot be in the water. So every attraction was closed. We had to be out of the water and just look for some cover for the rain. But it didn't take too long. So that was nice. There wasn't too much time lost. And afterwards, the park was pretty empty, actually, of course, because a lot of people left. And anyway, it was getting late. The park closes at 8, but still, I think from like 4 on, a lot of people just leave because they've been there since the morning, and it gets really empty. I had some chicken tenders here, which I love. The Disney chicken tenders, they're the same everywhere, but I just love them. Overall, great day. Lots of fun, just by myself, chilling. And now here comes the bus to Disney Springs. In Disney Springs, this is the line for Gideon's cookies and cakes. And the store is basically right there in the front.
Lights are shining bright, hearts are feeling light, dancing in the street, rhythm and offbeat, music sets the tone, we're never alone, laughter fills the air, no worries, no care, Friday night we come alive, feeling free, ready to drive, together we can touch the sky.
This is the end of Disney Springs, where it stops being so crazy, where everybody in the evening is gathering for the drone show, which is just behind me. This is the landing. This is the west side of Disney Springs. And this is the Cirque du Soleil, where they have their specially dedicated Cirque du Soleil show for Disney.